North Carolina. Let's just be real, folks. The Democrats have destroyed our major cities. Their policies have made us less safe. They've given us less economic opportunity, and they've provided less educational opportunities for our children. And that's why I'm running for Congress, because I know what it takes to improve these issues. I've got great working relationships already in D.C. I've spent the last 10 years of my life building my political resume so that one of us, somebody who thinks like we do, could get into D.C. and make a difference. I want you to visit aliforcongress.com to find out more about my campaign. The Democrats have already done enough, and now they're putting illegal aliens in front of people like you and me, folks whose ancestors built this country and made it what it is today. So again, I'm asking you to support me in my run for U.S. House District 12 here in North Carolina. You don't have to live in North Carolina to support, because what happens in Congress affects the entire country.
Peace and blessings out there to everybody. My name is Dr. EnQi, the founder of the Melanin versus Diabetes movement and ministry. Our goal is to fight diabetes by creating a biochemically literate society, one book at a time, one person at a time, one household at a time. Join us now by going to Amazon.com and getting all of the books, getting all of the books that you can afford. Even if you can't read them all, share them with family, share them with loved ones. Let's begin the study. And if you need tutoring sessions are available at AmericanHealer.website. I can give you one-on-one tutoring through these books. Let's build a biochemically literate society, one person at a time. Thanks in advance. My name is Minister EnQi. I am the naturopathic doctor and the spokesman for the Melanin versus Diabetes ministry. Every time you go to the supermarket without the electrician grocery shopping list, it's like putting a loaded gun to your head. Stop playing Russian roulette with your life. Help us make America great again. Learn how to save time. Learn how to save money with the electrician grocery shopping list on Amazon now. Go to Amazon now. The life you save may be your own. Peace to the family out there. We had some nice, decent weather out there. We had some nice, decent weather out. Like, it wasn't hot. Well, it was kind of warm. You know what I'm saying? But it was like a nice breeze. It was a whole, yeah, we don't really get that many nice days in Michigan. Michigan goes from snow on the ground to 175 degrees back to snow on the ground. Like, we go from Iceland to Africa back to
We go from Iceland to Africa, back to, like it's, yeah. So anyway, peace to the family. I see some people tapping in, right? Yo, I don't know how y'all are able to get these notifications. I don't know how y'all get these notifications because nobody gets my notifications. Like this is a wild thing. But I am getting closer and closer to having some structure. So we're getting closer and closer to having a daily scheduled Monday through Friday programming. Right? I'm really trying to figure this thing out. So yeah, even though I just got hip to something, right? I just got hip to something. There's a live audience, and then there's a after live audience, right? So the live audience, okay, ladies, yeah, thank you. But so there's a live audience, and then there's an after live audience. So obviously my after live audience is way larger than my live audience. So I didn't know there was a whole science. There's so many levels of learning that are required to get, like, a bunch of YouTube views. Like, you'd be surprised what, I just don't have the time for it. So I pick up stuff here and there and try to incorporate it as best I can. But so you have your live audience, which is not the same as your after live audience. I always thought those two audiences were the same audience. I thought those were the same people, but it's not, right? And so if your live audience, there's like percentages and all this and all that. So, but if you're live, or if you're after live, your rewatch, that's a better word. We're gonna roll with rewatch. If your rewatch audience is so many times bigger than your live audience, that means you don't have a local audience. Like, this is what they can extrapolate. This is the information and the statistics that they can extrapolate from your view. I'm not even going to say from your numbers, but from how lopsided the ratio is between your numbers, right? So for me, if I have 30 to 50 live people watching, but then there's 500 people that rewatch, right? That's like 10 times the number. So I'm having this talk. I'm like, yeah. So the person that's explaining this to me is like, yeah, so you don't really have a local. I'm like, well, I lived in New York, I lived in Atlanta, I lived in Philly. We got niggas watching from France, Australia, Japan, Ireland, Australia. So in a nutshell, no, I don't think I have a local audience. Like, you never want to admit, things that don't sound, but I'm like, I guess I don't have a local audience, even though I do have a lot of Detroit support. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of Detroit support, but I never I never cultivated my surroundings into my YouTube viewership. So that's a whole nother thing that I've never really tapped into. And now that I live in this neighborhood, I don't even know if you know what I'm saying? But all that said to say, we're trying to figure out some new things, so within the next couple of weeks, we'll probably have timed shows. You know what I'm saying? Where maybe Monday through Friday at 7 o'clock, or maybe at the 1 o'clock time, or whatever the case may be. But it needs to be a time, you know, even if I miss some shows, I still need to have my show at a certain time period, because that's also another thing, is there's a certain availability at a certain hour, right? So there's a certain availability at a certain hour. So, you know, there's bed, because internet is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So, you know, some people are at bed, work, blah, 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 depending on what time you go live and where you are on the planet, right? So all of that, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out some stuff. So don't think like, EnQi must be on vacation. No, I'm not on vacation. Actually, I did take a small vacation. Like I finally stopped writing books for a couple of days. I felt like, honestly, I felt like putting out the generational health, I guess, series or set of books, book set. I felt like that was like LeBron getting the MVP at the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? I felt like that was like the je ne sais quoi, like the, a black woman applying sunscreen. It was for a major supermarket in the UK. All right, so there's, you know what? I don't even. Well, there's instant proof of what I was talking about, right? In terms of our audience being all over the place, but I don't even know how to really. I don't even know how to address that, right? Because there's a space, right, where as a doctor I have to say, and it's correct to say, right, that black people need sunscreen, right? In our current condition, we need, with our current condition, with our current lifestyles and diets, we definitely need sunscreen. Our children are more vulnerable. They definitely need sunscreen. As a naturopath and a holistic healer, though, for a black person, most sunscreens, especially with long-term consistent use, are going to make you more vulnerable to certain types of cancer. Right? So, there's just a lot to unpack. There's a lot to unpack. But I really want to talk about a couple of books. Hold on for a second.
Oh, I know what I'm supposed to do. There we go. Good thing I have my grocery shopping list. Don't leave home without it.
So I wanted to talk about a couple of books. Osborne has Osborne damn near co-host, right? As much as I mention him, right? That's just because he's really super active. He's really super active, very supportive. But Osborne has been literally going crazy. Like, where are the books? Oh my God, you can't even see the cover of this book. That's how much green it is. That's how much green is on the cover of this book right here. This is the pulse of the culture. Let me actually find those covers. Let's see. Okay, that's something right there. Here we go. What I thought I said before. It's garbage day out there. Them trucks is crazy loud. Right? Okay, so and that's why this shirt you can't. It's like it's trend. It's playing tricks on the camera because there's so much green on the shirt. So if you don't know what's happening with my shirt, that's what it is. It's too much green. And then gold is also a green. So gold doesn't, depending on the shade, it doesn't show very well, right? But and it's not just Osborne. I'm gonna be honest. This book, particularly that's on the screen right now. Actually, I gotta say both of them because they're both Skintology books, and people have been waiting to really get into. So if you look in the upper right-hand corner, that is crazy. They just decide to pull up right now, huh? My name is Minister EnQi. I am the naturopathic doctor and the spokesman for the Melanin vs. Diabetes Ministry. Every time you go to the supermarket without the electrician grocery shopping list, it's like putting a loaded gun to your head. Stop playing Russian roulette with your life. Help us make America great again. Learn how to save time. Learn how to save money with the electrician grocery shopping list on Amazon now. Go to Amazon now. The life you save may be your own.
unemployment is in this, and I do mean most of us, under Trump and under Biden and under Obama. It's not a Democrat-Republican thing. Under all these presidents for the last 10 to 12 years, Black unemployment has been declining. Black unemployment is in the single digits. Black people aren't desperately looking for jobs as much as the world wants you to think. To me, a better argument that y'all could make, if I were Uncle Hotep, who I'm supposed to be debating, I would be saying, y'all act like the sky is falling. Negroes got jobs. Y'all act like the world is on fire under Trump. Negroes got jobs. What are you tripping about? That to me would be a better argument. What I'm saying is we have jobs. And so the people coming over, taking the job selling oranges or taking the job doing childcare, Black people didn't want them. I own a business. I'm looking for people to hire. I can't hire a person, not because I won't hire a Black person, but because Black people aren't looking for jobs in this area because they have jobs. That's all I'm saying. So it's not, I understand how you're saying that your example of the factory contradicts the dominant narrative. It's not that I don't follow your thinking. I disagree. Unlike you, you're saying my stuff doesn't make sense. I'm saying what you're saying makes sense. I just disagree.
I just disagree on that one point. I just don't understand that one point, and I disagree when you said that Black people wouldn't fill those jobs.
I heard you, and my response to what you said is that the difference is for two things. One, you're offering an example that may contradict the dominant narrative, but again, I don't know that example. I haven't seen that example. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying I can't speak to it because I don't know. You're asking me to speak to a hypothetical. I don't go by vibes. I need the evidence. But also, sometimes there are outliers. Sometimes there's a single case that is different than the bulk. That's why I gave the white man winning the slam dunk contest example. That factory could be the white man winning the slam dunk contest. I don't know because I don't know that example. Again, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying I don't know that example to speak to it. And I don't speak to things I don't know. But yes, I go by the overall numbers because if the overall numbers show, it's like when white people say there's no racism, you got a Black president. Well, yeah, he's exceptional, right? He's exceptional. I'm not going to look at the one case in Detroit you're mentioning and ignore the hundreds of thousands or millions of jobs, that follow a particular pattern. That's all I'm saying. I'm going by the pattern. I'm going by the overall number. I'm making a case about the overall picture of Black unemployment, not a specific case. Maybe the situation in Detroit for Mexicans and Blacks is different. It could be. I don't know. I'm not from Detroit. You know what I mean? Uncle Hotep, is he from? No, he's from PA. You're the one who's really familiar with the D. What? You're the one who's really familiar with the D. You're the one who's really familiar with the D. I'm more familiar with Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, etc. I don't know the D. You know the D. And so for that reason, you know, I can't speak to it. That's your expertise.
Yo, what just happened?
That's your expertise.
What just happened?
All that I got to run, brothers.
What just happened?
I want to be clear to the audience.
Your soul is deep down in your anus, down in your anus, down in your anus.
All right, so since we had some outside interference going on, I thought that was a good moment to slide that in. Pause. Listen, that was Sunday afternoon in Hotepistan. That's all I could say. It was Sunday afternoon in Hotepistan because it was a debate. The debate went a certain direction. Towards the end, it got different. And then when the phone lines opened up, it really got really, really different. It really got really, really different. So yeah, there's that. There's that. But anyway, the Skintology books, right? So here I am back to showing you the books in my hand as if you could see them. Let me go back to wow. An Amazon lady just came to my door going crazy. I should, you know what? I should catch her on my ring and post but you know, people get fired behind that. So I wouldn't do, but she just These MFers, blah, 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 and be this and be that, F this. But she's on the phone talking to whoever, you know what I'm saying? But her language is crazy right now. It's surprising what you catch. It's surprising what you catch if you just, you know, I just happen to be right here, you know, just close to my front door. So I can hear, you know, I can hear some things. But I appreciate all the compliments. I appreciate all of the compliments that I got on the last video. What is going on? Here we go. Yeah, I appreciate all the compliments that I got, all the support. People were sending in, you know, cash apps. You know, we really need those to improve and build the channel and keep the research going. So let's rewind really quick, right? If you look in the upper right-hand corner right here, you see where it says Skintology, right? These books were born out of the kitchen chemistry book. All right, and then you see the same thing in the upper right-hand corner as well. Now, obviously, by now, people know that the title of the book, you know, the titles of the books are classes in and of themselves, right? Believe in yourself. So we stop right there. Believe in yourself, right? So that right there is an entendre for greens. That's an entendre for greens, right? Understand the importance of getting greens in daily. And, you know, we don't do it. Like, here it is. It's 20 years later, and I'm still like trying to get people to eat greens. Like, people don't eat greens. It's just a fact of life that we don't eat greens. And those of us that think they eat greens, they don't realize how much greens you actually need to eat. Right? You don't realize how much greens you actually need to eat. Right? You need to have, you know, 12 servings, 20 servings of greens a day. Right? If in your house, right? Think of this. Let me just put it this way. Because in my house, most days we're going to need like 5 pounds of greens is nothing. 5 pounds of greens in my house is nothing. Like that's nothing. We could do 5 pounds of greens at one meal, the 6 of us. Like that's 5 pounds of greens that disappear like nothing. 2 smoothies, a couple salads, 5 pounds of greens is gone. Right? So we don't, you know, let me go here. Let me pull this up for you. I wonder if y'all have seen this TV show. I wonder if y'all are watching this TV show. Who's watching this TV show? I know some of y'all are watching this TV show because they up to the 4th season right now. Hold on. Pathmaker Herb said, I'm about to go shopping right now. What green should I get? Now, what is the answer to that question? The answer to that question is, this is the answer to that question.
My name is Minister EnQi. I am the naturopathic doctor and the spokesman for the Melanin vs. Diabetes Ministry. Every time you go to the supermarket without the electrician grocery shopping list, it's like putting a loaded gun to your head. Stop playing Russian roulette with your life. Help us make America great again. Learn how to save time. Learn how to save money with the electrician grocery shopping list on Amazon now. Go to Amazon now. The life you save may be your own.
Can the greens come from a can? That's another very interesting question. So we just answered this question, which green should I get? Now we're going to answer, can the greens come from a can?
My name is Minister EnQi. I am the naturopathic doctor and the spokesman for the Melanin vs. Diabetes Ministry. Every time you go to the supermarket without the electrician grocery shopping list, it's like putting a loaded gun to your head. Stop playing Russian roulette with your life. Help us make America great again. Learn how to save time. Learn how to save money with the electrician grocery shopping list on Amazon now. Go to Amazon now. The life you save may be your own.
Based on the way my legs look, because they're kind of small, you would think I don't work my legs, but I do. Hey, how racial are we allowed to get here, Scott?
0.
0 racial. People of West African ancestry typically have smaller calves because through their evolutionary lineage, they are optimized to run and jump better, which actually means that your calves should be mostly tendon to get that bouncy reactive force. And so if you're black and you have small calves, you got an uphill battle coming your way. But good news, the rest of you is born perfect.
In college, Shannon Sharp was a 470-pound bencher, a 500-pound squatter. In this picture right here, you can see he was a big kid. This is no small kid, 6'2". I'm not an apologist for athletes, but I'll tell you this. Having worked with them my entire life, they are outliers. I know a lot about them. Genetically, we weren't all handed out the same gifts.
Genetically, we weren't all handed out the same gifts.
Genetically, we weren't all handed out the same gifts. When we look at Shannon Sharp, let's just talk about the pool that he's in. In the pool of all men walking around the face of the earth, not all of them are 6'2", 230 pounds.
Well, health is your real wealth. You know, that's what we talk about. So even like the Mayweather boxing fitness gyms that I have, you know, around the country as well as around the world, we just truly believe in health is your wealth. We want you working out. We're nobody's going to be here forever, but while we're here, we only have one body, we only have one temple, so we have to take care of our bodies, and that's what I'm doing. If I'm not going to invest in anything, I'm going to invest in myself. You know, health is your real wealth, so I got to make sure that I'm staying in good condition, in good shape.
Go to Amazon now. Get the generational health curriculum for you and your family. Go to Amazon now. Teach them babies generational health before it's too late. Go to Amazon now. Teach them babies generational health before it's too late. Amazon now. Teach them babies generational health before it's too late.
They're sharpening up. These guys, this is not just practice. When you, to get to this level, you have to practice based on what your genes are. These are guys that have practiced, eaten, and lived according to their genetic code, their generational health. This is how you get to this level.
I'm just blessed, man. I thank God every day for giving me the athletic ability to go out there and perform like I did tonight, for giving me the athletic ability to go out there and perform.
Man, I thank God every day for giving me the athletic ability to
I think that Mariah is Mariah, and that's what she should be known for her work, and not for being compared or sounding like me. You know, I don't really hear it. You know, there are a few inflections. You know, inflections mean, you know, oh yeah, you know, that's in, you know, that's runs and inflections. So she does a little bit of that. Oh yeah, you know. I think she and I probably have the same tones, you know.
Well, health is your real wealth. You know, that's what we talk about. So even like the Mayweather boxing fitness gyms that I have, you know, around the country as well as around the world, we just truly believe in health is your wealth. We want you working out. We're nobody's going to be here forever, but while we're here, we only have one body, we only have one temple, so we have to take care of our bodies, and that's what I'm doing. If I'm not going to invest in anything, I'm going to invest in myself. You know, health is your real wealth. So I got to make sure that I'm staying in good condition, in good shape.
Go to Amazon now. Get the generational health curriculum for you and your family.
Go to Amazon now. Teach them babies generational health before it's too late. Go to Amazon now. Teach them babies generational health before it's too late. Go to Amazon now. Teach them babies generational health before it's too late.